Gathered in their numbers to pay respects to a man described as an educator, humanitarian, fierce opponent of the apartheid regime and struggle activist.
A true disciple of Robert Sobukwe, a man who lived non-racialism. If non-racialism was personified, Achmad Cassiem would be. A man who lived up to the aims of PAC and its aspirations. He was principled. He was a cadre of our movement, a true liberator. I'm sure this loss is not only for PAC, but for the African people.
Cassiem passed away in the early hours of this morning following a battle with cancer.
His legacy will remain. He's taught us very valuable concepts. And the first one is that there is only one human race, and that there is only one race, and that is the human race. He firmly stood not to be non-racist, but to be anti-racist. So there's no place for black or for white or for colored. We are all human beings.
Cassiem was a founding member of Qibla, a movement started in 1979 to promote Islam's opposition to apartheid. Detained and banned on numerous occasions during his years of activism, Cassiem was sentenced to 6 years in prison under the then Terrorism Act in the late 1980s. He was released from prison in 1991. It's no surprise then that prominent Western Cape struggle veterans paid homage to Cassiem.
That commitment, that honesty, that integrity always shone through, and that is what attracted me to him. Across religious lines, he was PAC, I was UDF. It really did not matter. He was a Christian, I was a Muslim. I was a Muslim, I was a Christian. It did not really matter. We crossed those lines effortlessly because in the end, it is the commitment to justice and the love for our country and our people.
When released from Robben Island, he was spent about 20 odd years under restriction, house arrest, banning orders as they called it in those days. But he continued to play an enormous role, and he was principled in his opposition to apartheid. He didn't brook any contradiction of what he thought was correct, what he thought in his vision of a society. The vision of a society that he had was a non-exploitative society.
Cassiem leaves behind his wife, daughter and 3 sons. He's been buried in accordance with Muslim rites. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.